Hi everyone, Melissa from Fresh Blooming Clothing here, and I thought I would go through some more of my listed inventory. I think I've gotten through tops and bottoms and dresses so far. So today I'm going to work with hard goods. Recently I've been buying a lot of hard goods, and hard goods is just anything that's not fabric. So basically linens or clothing would not be hard goods. And I've been buying a lot of it at the bins because our bins are very short on clothing lately for some reason. So I really want to go through these totes, and I have 16 tubs, and only one of them was hard goods just a few months ago, and now I have 3 hard goods. So I have to do a better job of organizing them. And right now the first is books, games, toys, and miscellaneous. So when I go to pull something, sometimes I'm not exactly sure what's in that miscellaneous category, so I have to relabel that. The first thing is a pink Victoria's Secret water bottle. I just picked this up recently. I'm gonna keep this and maybe lower the price. The second are some vintage icicles. I have had these for over a year. These are one of the things I picked up when I first got started again. So these just need donated. Vintage icicles used to sell. Clearly they don't anymore. So these will get redonated. Bath and Body, I just put this on. Some little lemonade bottles, I also just put these on. And I lotted these up with a farmhouse basket because they kind of had the same red color in them. So I thought that would be fun. I thought that would be fun for somebody to decorate with. So those just went on like 2 days ago. Cassette tapes. I put these on maybe last month. I haven't gotten much, much interest. I haven't gotten much interest. I'm also going to put this in a pile to lower the price. I have to check on that. They're heavy, but they can ship medium now, so I don't think the weight is screwing them up with shipping costs. A Sunbeam an electric blanket plug. I just put this on. I just put a lot of this stuff on. I'm wondering if it's because it's at the top. This I had all wrapped up. It's just a little figure. I just put this on too. We will get to stuff that's been on. This, I have had this on for so long, like months and months. And I used to have 2 of them, and I recently sold one of them. So I'm just gonna redonate this. It's toner. Toner supposedly does really well, but maybe it's a certain kind of toner. This one's new. I'm sure I didn't pay more than $1 or $2 for it, but it is getting redonated. Some vintage baby hangers. Just listed these. An empty Samsung box, listed that. Just gonna take the few things out of this one. Rollers. I've had these listed for a while, and I really thought these were gonna sell. I have to check the price on these. I'm gonna drop the price, and if they're already like $8 or $9, I'll probably just pull them and donate them. So that has to go in that pile. I got these from a chandelier in the bins, and the chandelier was terrible condition. And I had 2 lots of them. They're little chandelier prisms. And 1 lot sold, and that was a different shaped lot. How pretty are these? I might use these around the house. We have gorgeous natural light here. So if I put these in a window, I think it'll really capture the light. And if I could throw prisms on the walls, I think that's what I'm gonna do with these. An audiobook. Again, another bins find. Didn't sell. It's gonna be redonated. I just picked this up. It's like this tiny little empty void jar. That's probably what it's called, a jar. So just listed that. Fitbit and a Fitbit bands and stuff. This didn't sell yet. I think I'm going to put this on auction because Fitbit has come so far, and I think this is the original. So we'll throw that on an auction. I shouldn't have bought these. I think I'm going to repaint these with some acrylic paint and write a note for my niece, and then like unassemble them and send them in a bag, and then she could like put them together and it reads a secret note. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with these. So I'm gonna put those on the donate pile. Vintage Game just listed this. A Walkman, and it works. And it has like this cool strap. I think I have this price too high. I think I have it priced for like $45, so I should lower that. This is gonna go on the lower pile. The Caboodles hair dryer. I have this really high too. I think I have it at like $40, so I should lower that as well. This needs redonated. This was a bins find. It's marked Toyota, so it's like one of those mesh bags that goes in between the two front seats. And it's such a specific thing for a specific vehicle. It's such a specific thing for a specific vehicle that this is just gonna get redonated. These are so cool. They are Rod McEwen and they're signed, but I read through the person who used these and it is so funny. This person went on a date almost every single night of the week. She goes on date with different guys. Sometimes she'll like date Sam for a whole week or date Wayne, but some of the names seem pretty famous. It could just be what's the word that I'm thinking of? Ironic? No. It could be a coincidence. It could be a coincidence. It could be some of the names on here are famous people's names, but it could be a coincidence, of course. So she went out with Barry, for instance, and she said, went out with Teddy, stayed all night with Barry. So this was from the 70s. And then there's one month when she goes out with, I think, a guy named Wayne, and she's like, I went out with Wayne, and then at the end of the month she breaks up with Wayne because she hates him. And then the next month she goes out with Wayne again. And at the end of the month, she's like, Wayne's a jerk. This is just, it amuses me. So I think I have these on for like $90 because I was that highly amused by this woman's date books in the 70s. But I really need to lower the price. All that said, cool fan. I found this at the bins too. I just thought it would be so pretty in somebody's college dorm room or something. I would have loved something like this when I was in college. We'll let it go for a little bit. Jim Shore, I fixed this little reindeer. He had a broken leg and a little chip on his thing, which I like repainted. I filled it in and repainted it, but his leg's still a little wobbly. I think I'm gonna redonate him. Vintage softball. I just got this softball glove, not softball. I just got this, so this is gonna stay. This is a vintage razor. It's not taking up much space and it's only been on for about a month or two. So I think I'm also going to keep this on there for a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, then we have some vintage casters I just got. Aren't they pretty? They're like a coppery. What color is this? What color is this? This is rose copper. I'm just making up a thing. Some paper I just got, and this paper retailed for $130. Yikes. And the last of this bin are vintage cards, which I just listed. So I'm going to wipe out the bin and package everything back up, and I'll be back with another bin. I think I'm going to change the first bin to only be games, paper goods, and media. That might be added to, so I left a lot of space on the label. So the second bin I'm gonna go through, I labeled medical stuff and crafts. So, oh, Disney ribbon. I've had this for a long time. I think I got this from the bins. I always say this. And it's Ariel, so it's like a teal ribbon with Little Mermaid theme and Tinkerbell. So I'm just gonna now use this in my everyday life, I was about to say, but in my packaging of care packages and things like that, because nobody wants that. These I just purchased. They are very soft. I'm always amazed by how soft these are. Paint technique, like they make sponge painting technique things. I don't know. This I have to lower. It decompresses your neck. It's called the Posture Pump. And they retail for a couple $100, maybe even $100 on Amazon, and they have really good reviews. And I used this and I loved it. So I don't know why it's not selling. It could be the shipping, but I just have to lower the price because this should be able to help somebody out. Needlepoint. I'm gonna keep this for a little bit longer. I just picked it up maybe a month or two ago. It's Christmas and it's unfortunate that it's after Christmas, but you never know. Maybe people start Christmas needlepoint soon. So I'm gonna put this in the paper goods. I think I'm gonna add to the paper goods label and make it like crafts. That would help. This is a back brace. I'm just gonna donate this. It hasn't sold. This is so heavy. This is all of these punches. I am trying to sell them for like $90 for all of them. I think there was 42. So I might just have to lower that price a little bit. I really don't want to have to lot them out. Like every single one is $5 or whatever. I'm sure they would sell faster, but it's just going to cause a lot more work. So I'm going to put this in the craft bin. And last thing, if I had a pad, a stamp pad, I might also send these to my niece. So I'll keep them for a while. They're Stampin' Up pads, not Stampin' Up, they're Stampin' Up stamps, and I don't have any pads yet. So I'll just keep these around, and if they sell, great. If not, they'll eventually go to my niece. So that was the entire bin. See, I'm glad I'm doing this because I condense bins, I organize stuff, and it just makes more sense to have the scrapbooking stuff with the paper stuff. So I'm going to put everything craft related into the old bin and then see what I have left over and be back. The next bin I have labeled as dolls and stuffed animals, and this is a fairly full bin, so we might just keep this as is. So I have a vintage Winnie the Pooh, which is just his first time on auction. So we'll keep him. Vintage Creepy Baby, who has 5 bids, all 99 cents. So clearly the person bidding on her really wants her. A lot of Barbie dolls, and I thought these were from the 60s because they all say 60s on them, and they're actually from the 80s and 90s. So I have $24.99 listed on them, and there's maybe 12 of them, and I have a lot of watchers. So if these don't sell this month, I probably will donate them or gift them to my niece. This is a left-in ballerina. She had a little chip out of her, which I was able to fix. Trying to remember where the chip was. So she's not in perfect condition. Her arm, that top arm there has a little crack in it. So I fixed it with some glue. So I don't know, she's so cute. I guess I'll keep her because I do have another left-in piece to list, and maybe I'll lot them together. That's a good idea because the other one has a little chip out of her too. Build-A-Bear shoes. I'm just going to throw these in the Build-A-Bear listing that I plan on listing. I'm just gonna throw these in the lot that I plan on listing tomorrow. Chippendale Christmas ornament. They look like they go for good money, so they're small. I'll hold on to them as well. I've been trying to branch out into stuffed animals, and this one looked so cute. Isn't it so cute? But he didn't sell. He smells really good because I cleaned him, so I'm gonna donate him. And we've been taking our donate bags to a few different friends, so they go through the bags and then they'll donate whatever they want. But because they're just getting a new house and going through the transition of moving into a bigger space, they've been keeping some of the stuff, so that's nice. We have a vintage lassie. Stuff like this, I don't know. I don't know stuffed animals enough to tell. He was washed too. He's really clean. I guess I'll donate him. This was interesting. This is a Bath and Body Works. I had a lot of watchers on this, but it's missing the insert, which I didn't realize. It's one of those like go around the neck cushions, and there was supposed to be an insert in him, but I had enough watchers within the first month that I'm gonna save him. He's a little Christmassy, so he might not go, but I think I have him listed for $9.99. But again, shipping, because he's a little bit of a heavy thing, but I will keep him. Two more things. This is an Aristocrats stuffed animal. She's been listed for a month. I'm gonna donate her. And then, she's so cute. A little Wizard of Oz doll, but she's missing one of her shoes. But she's so cute. I have a friend who's really into Wizard of Oz. I think I'm gonna ship this doll to her. She was just here. I could have given it to her, but she's so cute. She's so cute. Okay. And that's it. Oh no, I saved him. This is a handmade doll. His hair is linting. I don't know the right word. Handmade Santa. He's big. He's shedding, even though I fixed the tree. I'm just not connected to stuff like this. That's why I shouldn't be buying this stuff. But I think he was at the bins too. Somebody's gonna love him. I'm just gonna donate it. There's no spark, as Marie Kondo would say. No spark, we're good. Okay, so now we have an empty bin. I'm going to wash it out because the Christmas tree guy, Santa, left a little bit of lint in there. And then I think I'm gonna turn it into like dolls, stuffed animals, baby and kids stuff. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'll be back. What should I say instead of okay? Howdy. Feather butt. Next bin is linens and household, and this bin is only halfway full because there was a Star Wars comforter that sold and it was taking up a ton of space, and I'm so thankful to have it gone. These I paid 50 cents for at a thrift shop, and I sold a lot of 6, so now I only have 6 left, and I'm gonna save these. They're Wizard of Oz napkins, and I don't know why they're not in a package, but I try to keep my items in packages. That way when I pull the item, it's easy to find the entire thing. Okay, I said it again. I'm sure these were from the bins. I keep saying that. They're like wooden finials. We're gonna keep them for a while. This is being donated. I have had so many watchers, so many questions on this thing. It's a baby wrap by Baby Catan. And there's no size on it. And this brand has sizes. So even though I've put measurements in the listing, I've had so many people ask me what the size is. And I put in the listing, I don't have a size. There's no sizes. I don't know why they didn't put a size on it. Maybe somebody clipped the size. No size. I'm over it. Donate. This one I really thought would sell. It's fabric, and it's like a long strip of fabric. Like you wouldn't have known what long strip of fabric meant unless I did that. And it's pink and purple, kind of an agate slice. It didn't sell for 99 cents. This is being donated. Maybe somebody can make something with it. Vintage coasters. These are being donated. Ha! I knew these were in here somewhere. I know where I picked these up. They were 50 cents a piece, and my husband was looking for long iced teaspoons that had a bigger scoop because he's so huge. And I picked these up, and he likes the one from Dairy Queen better. The plastic one you get with the Blizzard. So he asked the guy behind the counter if he could have a few extras, and the guy behind the counter gave him like a couple dozen maybe. There's so many of them. And they're red, and I'm not partial to the color red. So he likes those better. So these are being redonated. This we're keeping. This is Pottery Barn fabric. It's their paint by number fabric. It's really popular. Again, not in a bag. I'm gonna have to put that in a bag. So that's really popular. I have that overpriced, I'm sure. It's like $40, but I'm just gonna wait on that because I love it. These are curtains, and I'm guessing they're just like a cheap name curtain, but they have all sorts of sports themes, and they're a long curtain, longer, not like 84 inches, maybe they're like 63 inches. And I had a lot of people look at these, but nobody bought them. So, and these have been up for months and months, so these are being redonated. A Pottery Barn pillowcase. Pottery Barn usually does pretty well. The pulls in the back, like the ties, did have a little bit of a flaw, which you would never see, honestly. Okay, so when you tie it, you go this way, but if you go this way with it, which should be like untied and pulled back, there's a small little hole. Maybe that's what's stopping it from selling? I'm over it. Two last things, and this was me trying to learn something. I should just never learn anything. Vintage towels. I've heard vintage towels do well, and I think they mean, the Instagram people, mean vintage towels in lots. Like if I had maybe a couple of these, but I don't have a couple of them. One is a duck theme, and this one's in really good shape. And the other, I love the other one. It's pink. My color's not pink. I can't keep a pink towel. I mean, I could, but this is a tiny towel. This would barely go around me towel. We're donating them. I'm over them. Okay, and that's the end of that. Oh no. This was made for the 1980 Olympics, 1984 Olympics. So it had like all the Olympic thing, which I thought it would sell during the Olympics. Nope, it did not. And it has M&Ms on it. So I'm sure it was full of M&Ms at some point. I saw people selling these for about $24, but they were full of M&Ms. So that would have probably been a good marketing strategy. But again, we live in Florida, and I'm always a little hesitant to ship chocolate. So this is being pulled off. Somebody else can appreciate that. So this bin is now empty. I'm going to make this home goods and linens again. And then I think I have one more bin full of stuff. So I've gotten through about 3 or 4 bins today, and I feel like I've made progress. It took maybe 2 hours. And so here's where my eBay room is. Here's what my eBay room looks like right now. it's a little messy. So there's my ring light, which I do my filming with now. Ooh, I'm fancy. Okay, we still have accessories, sets and suits, purses, shoes, pajamas. Then we have swimsuits, dresses, men's, which I barely have anything in here. Then I have tops separated. And I have bottoms. Right now, all my bottoms are in here, so this label needs to change. And what happens is that didn't go so well. So what happens is I change my bins a lot, and I know people that don't change their bins a lot have different ways of organizing, and that's completely fine, but I like to go through my inventory because truly this is all the space I have or I'm willing to dedicate to eBay. Should put that down. Because I want to keep eBay in this room and the rest of the house as clean as possible. So this has to change. This up here is plush robes and a suitcase, and that's all I have in that one. Then this is all of the name plaques that I'm selling, and I'm still selling them. I paid $5 for all of them, and there were maybe like 400 to 600 of them, and I've probably sold about 40 or 50 for $2 to $3. So I'm doing great with those, and they're all paid for and listed, so I might as well keep those on. Then today we did kids, stuffed animals, and dolls. And I don't know how to do this anymore because you're gonna bend. So crafts, games, paper goods, media, punches. Then we have like linens and home goods, and I'm realizing the camera angle is awful. These two bins are empty. This bin here is all of my unlisted stuff. So tomorrow I'll be listing that. And I have some shirts cleaned and needing listed. So right now this is everything that's unlisted, so that's pretty good. I don't usually keep death piles. So this is the last bin. It is called listed and needs bagged. So I keep one bin, sometimes two, that is just stuff that I need to package. So this is the bin right now. All of this stuff just needs packaged and put throughout the other system. So I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna stop moving you around now. I'm getting you dizzy. So I'm going to work on that for about another half hour and call it a day. I think I did really well. I feel better organized. When I do this, I always have to dedicate a few hours. I do it maybe a couple times a month, and then I'm good to go. And I really wanted to thrift today. I'm gonna sit. I really wanted to thrift today. When I woke up this morning, I also have to vacuum, or have my husband vacuum. When I woke up this morning, I had in my head that I was going to the bins. I was excited. I packed my fanny pack. I woke up, not happening. And my body didn't even feel that bad or badly. My body didn't feel that bad. I don't know. It was just my medication hits hard sometimes, and I just wake up feeling drugged. And by drugged, I just mean like super sluggish. It's not scary. It's not hurtful. It's just my whole body feels weighted down and my mind feels very heavy. And that's probably as good as I'm going to get with the description words, since I don't feel that way right now. So I'm going to work on that one bin and then pulling everything else off eBay. So all I do, it's easier to end things with my phone. I have a Note 8, so I'm on an Android system. I just look for my username, and I'll take screenshots and put them on. and then type in the word and end it. So within seconds I can end an item. So that's usually easier for me than pulling up my list of like 300 items. And if you have more items than that, you know how tough that is. It's actually easier to just search like you would search if you were a buyer. Yes, that made sense. To me at least. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna stop talking. And I don't know if there'll be more of this video. My husband was at work and then he went to the gym. So I had the house to myself, which happens a lot. And I'm really sweaty. That was too much moving around. Okay, I might need to turn the heat off. I'll talk to you later. Bye. I am finished for the day. So here's what my e-ray room looks like. I changed the location of my mannequin. These items have all been washed and just need steamed. My steamer now just kind of sticks out there. A new bin for ThredUp items. I recently sent in 2 more ThredUp bags, and I'll link that below so you can see what they accepted. And one of them they gave me like 50 something dollars, and the other one they gave me 35. But I also have items on consignment. So if they sell, they'll give me like a higher percentage. Tops, tops, tops. This is completely empty. So excited. This is not. This is everything I have to list tomorrow if I'm filling up to it. Here are some newly labeled bins. The neck thing. I didn't know where to put that. Another newly labeled bin. All bottoms I relabeled because all of my bottoms fit in there. Men's, this is still very light. And then this is empty too. Some filming equipment. And then back to my little table that I love so much. So I took care of a good bit. I should have taken a before, clearly, but there was like stuff over here that just needed put away and organized. So that's everything in there. And then these are the bags I'm donating. And by donating, we'll give them to the friends, and then if they don't want them, they can donate them. So that's everything. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a great day. Bye.